Look around you. Do you notice something? The crowd is thinning. The people who were screaming, "New Year, new me," just a few days ago, they are gone. The enthusiasm is fading. The dopamine has worn off. The adrenaline of the fresh start has evaporated. Welcome to the first week. This is the graveyard of intentions. This is where the tourists go home and the residents remain. You are feeling it too, aren't you? Waking up this morning was harder than it was on January 1st. The work feels heavier. The diet feels more restrictive. The excitement is replaced by a dull ache of boredom. A voice in your head is whispering, "Maybe I started too hard. Maybe I deserve a break. Maybe I'll try again next week." That voice is the enemy. That voice is the sound of your old self trying to claw its way back out of the grave. Most people rely on motivation. Motivation is like a matchstick. It burns bright and hot for a few seconds, and then it turns to ash. If you are relying on motivation to get you through this year, you are already dead. You need something colder. You need something darker. You need something that burns without oxygen. Today, on Philostrion, we are going to teach you how to survive when the hype dies. We are going to transition from inspiration to operation. The party is over. The real work begins now. Law number 1, fall in love with boredom. Social media has lied to you. Movies have lied to you. They show success as a montage of exciting moments. Training sequences, breakthroughs, victories. They cut out the 99% of the process. The reality of success is incredibly, painfully boring. It is eating the same chicken and rice. It is lifting the same weights. It is writing the same words day after day, week after week. The reason people quit in the first week of January is that they are addicted to entertainment. They want the journey to be fun. Stoicism teaches us that virtue is found in the mundane. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "The art of living is more like wrestling than dancing. Dancing is fluid, pretty, and entertaining. Wrestling is grinding, sweaty, and uncomfortable." You must reframe your brain. When you feel bored, do not interpret it as something is wrong. Interpret it as I am doing the work. Boredom is the filter. It filters out the weak. It filters out the tourists. If you can stare at a blank wall and keep working while everyone else is seeking distraction, you become dangerous. Do not seek excitement. Seek consistency. The magic is hidden in the repetition. Law number 2, kill the internal negotiator. Right now, in the first week of the year, your brain is trying to negotiate with you. It's raining. Maybe we skip the run today. We worked hard yesterday. We deserve a pizza. I'm tired. I'll do the reading tomorrow. This internal negotiator is the most persuasive salesman in the world. He knows exactly what to say to make you weak. He uses logic. He uses self-care language. You cannot argue with him. If you argue, you lose, because he controls your dopamine. The Stoic solution is simple. No negotiations. You must become a tyrant to your own mind. When the alarm goes off, there is no discussion. Feet on floor. When it is time to work, there is no debate. Computer open. Epictetus said, "No man is free who is not master of himself." If you have to convince yourself to do your duty every single day, you are a slave. The master does not convince the slave. The master commands. Decide once. I work out at 6 a.m. That decision is made. It is sealed in concrete. When 6 a.m. comes, you don't think, you execute. Silence the voice that tries to bargain with you. Treat it like a hostile spy. Execute it on sight. Law number 3. Intensity is a trap. This week, you will see many people burning out. They went to the gym for 3 hours on Monday, they ran 10 miles on Tuesday, and today they can't move. They are injured, they are exhausted, they quit. They confused intensity with consistency. Intensity makes for a good Instagram post. Consistency makes a good life. The Stoic approach is the long march. Roman legions didn't sprint across Europe. They marched, step by step, mile by mile, every single day. They were unstoppable, not because they were fast, but because they were relentless. Do not try to be a hero in the first week. If you try to change everything overnight, your biological homeostatic mechanism will snap you back like a rubber band. Aim for the sustainable hardship. Do enough to challenge yourself, but not so much that you cannot do it again tomorrow. Seneca warned, everything that exceeds the bounds of moderation has an unstable foundation. Build a foundation of rock, not an explosion of fireworks. Reduce the volume, increase the duration. We are not here for a January sprint. We are here for a year-long siege. Law number 4, structure over willpower. You are relying on willpower. Willpower is a battery. It drains throughout the day. By 8 p.m., your willpower is at 0%. That is why you break your diet at night. You cannot build a life on a battery that dies every day. You need a structure. You need a routine. A routine eliminates the need for willpower because it eliminates the need for choice. President Obama, Steve Jobs, Mark Zuckerberg, they wore the same clothes every day. Why? To eliminate decision fatigue. The Stoic automates his virtue. If you have to ask yourself, when should I go to the gym? You are wasting energy. The answer should be predetermined, 6:30 p.m. If you have to ask, what should I eat? You are wasting energy. Meal prep on Sunday. The decision is already made. Build a scaffold around your life. When you are tired, when you are unmotivated, when you are weak, the structure will hold you up. You don't have to be strong every day if your system is strong. Stop trusting yourself. Trust your system. Law number 5, detach from the applause. In the first week of the year, everyone is patting each other on the back. Good job. Keep it up. But soon, the applause stops. Nobody cares that you went to the gym for the 14th day in a row. Nobody cares that you ate a salad. If you are doing this for the external validation, you will quit as soon as the likes dry up. The Stoic does the right thing because it is the right thing, not for the reward. Marcus Aurelius asked, "You have done a good deed. What more do you want? Is it not enough that you have acted according to your nature? Why do you need a cookie? Why do you need a trophy? You must learn to work in the dark. You must learn to derive satisfaction from the effort, not the outcome. The feeling of doing your duty must be enough fuel for you. If you need constant praise to keep going, you are a child, not a man. Grow up. Do the work. Expect nothing." Law number 6, love the plateau. Soon, the newbie gains will stop. You will lose weight fast in week 1, and then the scale won't move. You will feel smarter in week 1, and then learning becomes hard. This is the plateau. The amateur hates the plateau. He thinks his efforts are wasted. The master loves the plateau. He knows that the plateau is where the real growth happens. It is where the body adapts. It is where the mind hardens. It is the test of faith. When results stop showing, do you keep going? This is amor fati, applied to progress. Love the stall. Love the struggle. Love the fact that it is getting difficult. Because if it was easy, everyone would look like a Greek god and have $1 million. The difficulty is the barrier to entry for the masses. Be glad it is hard. The difficulty keeps the competition away. When you hit the wall, do not turn around. Push against it until it cracks. Law number 7. The clock doesn't care. You want to take a day off? Fine. You want to quit? Fine. But understand one thing. Time does not stop for you. While you are sitting there feeling sorry for yourself, the seconds are ticking away. Your life is shortening. Your death is approaching. The world is spinning. Your competitors are working. Seneca said, "You live as if you were destined to live forever. No thought of your frailty ever enters your head. Of how much time has already gone by, you take no heed." You wasted the first week of January last year, and the year before. Are you going to do it again? Motivation is for amateurs. Discipline is for the dying man who knows he has no time to waste. You don't have to feel like it. You just have to do it, because the alternative is reaching the end of the year and the end of your life with nothing but a head full of excuses and a heart full of regret. Don't let the flame die. The tourists have gone home. The gym is empty. The path is clear. Now, the real work begins. Ascend.